All right, another day with more red in the stock market. What else is new, guys? This has been the case all of November so far, and we're down again. The Nasdaq's down over 1%. Same with the Dow. The S&P's down 0.75%, and the Russell is actually up, funny enough. Wait a second, I just realized that myself. It's up 0.1% on the day. Pretty insane for the Russell to be up today. As the VIX is up 8% and SoFi's down 2.5%. So look, you guys guessed it. We're going to break down SoFi, the charts, what I'm looking to do in the overall stock market. So let's dive into it. Hit the like button. Feel free to subscribe. Join the Patreon if you want to keep up with my portfolio updates. If you guys want to be a part of the Discord, get my charts and ideas throughout the week, message me more one-on-one throughout the week. All of that's on Patreon. And in general, guys, if you want to see what stocks I'm buying during this collapse in real time with the updates, notifications, all of that's on Patreon. Enough of that, though. It's linked down below, also in the comments. Let's dive into the video now. So we are back in the mid 26s on SoFi stock, trading down, like I said, almost 2.5% on the day so far, as, again, every index in the U.S. market is down as well. And this essentially is, SoFi is continuing the uptrend, or the downtrend, excuse me. I wish it was continuing the uptrend. Well, I guess it is if you pull the layers back, right? It's obviously uptrending in the grand scheme of things, but in the short term, it's still downtrending, right? Lower lows, lower highs on this 5-day, 5-minute chart, and we actually just hit a fresh lower low this morning. We hit $25.71 on SoFi stock, which brought us under the lows. From yesterday, we fell through that support, and Friday, I think we hit in the pre-market the mid 26s. That was the low on Friday, and we actually held that spot yesterday. If I zoom in, yesterday we held 26.50. Roughly the same spot we held Friday morning, and now we flushed through it. Not ideal in the short term for the bulls. And again, the downtrend, right, in the short term is continuing, and we're pretty much now at the lows from the 7th of November, being about 25.60, 70, kind of right where we are now, right? So if that breaks, guys, we fall through 25.50, $26 flat, which we're holding on by a thread right now. But charts are pointing to potentially that breaking. If it does break, we might be going down. Let's see. If I pull the 4-hour chart up, I don't know why it keeps bringing up the 1-year chart. This is the 4-hour chart. If we fall through that low from about a week or two ago on the 7th of November, if we fall through that, we could be going down to, I would say, $25 flat, $25.20. That was the low from, all of October, right? That could be where we go initially. Then if we do fall through $25, guys, there's actually a wide open gap down all the way to about $21, which I genuinely don't think we're going to get there. But we got to look at these levels, never say never. This gap could fill. That's the reality. If we do get more selling in the overall market than we anticipate, if we get a bigger drop in SPY and QQQ, the reality is SoFi is probably gonna get hit more. It being a high beta, high growth stock, if it falls through this 25 level, I'm telling you guys, we might be going low 20s again. It's possible. It's possible. 21 to 22.50. This gap right here could fill. And honestly, I don't think it's going to go through $21. There's no way in my mind. But again, never say never. But that's the real level where I'm going to be buying a ton more SoFi. You guys know I've been in this stock for about 2 years now. I was buying in the single digits, right? I was buying in the low, tens. I was buying at 11, 10, 11, $12, $13 a share. And I haven't really bought SoFi in a while. I'm just holding on to it, obviously tracking the company, eyeing it up for swing trades. Trading, yeah, I've traded it, right? But in terms of buying it as buying long-term shares, it's been a while. And for me, yeah, this is where it's going to get interesting. If it fills that gap down to 2021, that's a very interesting spot for me to average up on my position, add more to my SoFi stock. That's just what I think, though. That's what I'm looking to do. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments as always. And I mean, that's if we get the 21. I don't think we are, to be honest. I really don't. But that's if we get the $21. I'll be buying more. If not, I'm just holding on, you know. And if I bring up this channel tool, you guys will be able to see. You can see here we are still technically at the bottom of this channel, maintaining an uptrend on the larger time frames. So that's a good sign for the bulls. This is a good sign for the swing traders out there as well. But I want to wait for the confirmation of this to start popping back up. And then honestly, it has a wide open gap here. But with the market being volatile, VIX up 8%. Every index is down except for the Russell, which the Russell is in its own world sometimes. You got to be careful with the market environment we're in right now. It's a little rough for swing trading, but if you have some kahunas, if you have some time to hold, it might make sense. But of course, do your own research, trade at your own risk. As always, guys, nothing bothers me more than when people are like, Stas, I'm down so much on this stock. It's your fault. It's your fault I did this. I get it. I understand that I'm a content creator. People, they might track some of my stocks, buy them with me, but you shouldn't do that. You really, really shouldn't do that. And if you genuinely don't know why you're buying a stock, other than, oh, I heard this guy talk about it. If you don't know why you're buying a stock on your own, if you don't have your own thesis, don't buy a stock. Don't buy that ETF. Don't do that because it's like you're running like a chicken with their head cut off. It's like you don't know what you're doing, right? You're not going to know if the stock goes down 10%. Oh, should I buy more? Or is this a collapse? Is the management team doing this? Are the fundamentals changing? You're not going to know. So don't buy any stock based on what anybody says out there. I don't care if it's me. I don't care if it's Warren Buffett. It's like, I don't care if it's the guy on CNBC. I don't care if it's some random guy on TikTok. You got to do your own research so you can navigate your own trades and investments on your own. Think about this, right? Let me put it like this. Let's say if you didn't have access to media, let's say YouTube or Twitter or CNBC or any of these big investors, 13F filings, if you had no idea about that kind of stuff, what other people are doing, what the media is telling you, let's say you had no access to that, and let's say you have a basket of 10 stocks. Are you comfortable holding those 10 stocks? Do you know about them? Do you know about the fundamentals, the business, the management? Are you comfortable holding these if you don't, have the commentary from other people, right? Are you confident enough to invest in these names on your own, based on your own will, your own due diligence, right? That's how you got to look at it. If the answer is no, you got to ask yourself some serious questions, right? So, yeah, I mean, do your own research, guys. I don't want to go too much into that. But yeah, sometimes I get comments like, "Oh, I bought this stock, it's down. You're an idiot, Stas." First of all, the entire market's down. The fear and greed index. I saw a screenshot on X today. I think it's at 9. It's unreal. The fear and greed index in the stock market right now is a 9. I mean, guys, yeah, the indices might not be down that much from highs. But guys, a lot of these high beta, high growth stocks, these retail stock names are getting rinsed, So yeah, I think we're at max pain arguably in the short term. So I think we're gonna arguably start coming back. But that's not to say go and buy a bunch of stocks or buy this stock or that stock. Do your own research, right? The whole market's down. A lot of these stocks are down. Don't panic. Realize. Ask yourself why, understand why these stocks are down, and that should give you, some more informed, or just become more informed, guys. Know why we're going down. Then you'll realize, oh, it's actually not a big deal why we're going down. The market's selling off for not really a huge reason, in my opinion. So it's an easy buy the dip, right? Easy buy the dip. And we'll leave it at that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. Hit the like button, subscribe, follow along for more, do all that good stuff. Join the Patreon if you want to keep up with my portfolio updates in real time. See me, talk to me throughout the week, one-on-one, Discord chat, all of that. It's on Patreon. Chart breakdowns throughout the week, all of that. Link down below, also pinned in the comments, or go to stocksurfs.com/Patreon. And with that being said, guys, cheers. I'll see you in the next video.